The Aaron's 312 on Fox is brought to you by Aaron's Sales and Lease Ownership. Let Aaron's drive your dreams home today. By the American Plastics Council. Plastics make it possible. By Dr. Scholl's. Look, feel, do better. And by the 4,000 CarQuest Auto Parts stores across North America. You'll find it at CarQuest.
Welcome back to the Aaron's 312 on Fox. Stacey Compton, Jason Keller, and Kenny Wallace are 27 seconds out in front of the field. More than half of the field taken out of this race in a devastating crash in the back straightaway. No injuries other than Mike Harmon, who bit his tongue and took a couple of stitches. Everybody else walked away.
Now there's cars coming out of the garage, and it's like a bet. My wreck car is faster than your wreck car. I got the best wreck car out here.
Yeah, my car is doodly squat, and your car is
you got it,
worse than that. Now, there's a couple of the
but they're drafted. They're talking to each other. Crew chief saying they'll work together. You're running faster. Let the other guy in front. He's faster with him in the front. And that really goes on.
Scott Wimmer and Ron Hornaday. Jack Sprague had also come out from the garage area.
He wants to get out there.
Perhaps a hammer is the best tool of the day.
Perhaps.
Jack Sprague trying to get back out.
He's been out, and he come in for a little surveillance here to see if
looked like he may have had a right front rubbing just a little bit. Right front
could help it a little bit.
Well, Sprague came in here as the point leader. Needs to get back out, put on some laps, and gain some position.
Well, he's already up to 18th position just in making those few laps.
There's how the points stand at the moment, with Jason Keller in second place. Sprague's car very damaged. Kenny Wallace racing in third place. Scott Riggs and Randy LaJoie out of the race.
You know, I know we have different circumstances, but the 07 we just saw a second ago, Tim Feedaway. It's good to see him here racing and running up in the top 10. I know circumstances has put him there, but it's good to see Tim back. You know, lost his ride last year and ran a few races for different teams, and here he is in a Mike Wallace second car and up there running in sixth position.
Now, the glass slipper fits the 49 car today. They have run all 8 Busch Series races, but their best finish so far, 29th at Nashville. They've run 7 races with 6 different drivers. Andy Kirby's in this car for the second week. He finished 16th last April here, the best finish ever for the team. As we have a look at the 16 there at Chad Chaffin, who's running right behind Kirby, but Andy Kirby in 10th place, and got a shot for their best run ever.
He's from Nashville, so is Chaffin.
18 cars. Larry Gunselman's gone to the garage, so 17 cars are on track right now. There are your leaders: Compton, Keller, and Kenny Wallace.
And those 2 cars we saw running without their front ends on there a while ago, Scott Wimmer and Ron Hornaday, they're running 16th and 17th, and Jack Sprague is closing in on them, though. He's only 3 laps behind them. There goes Jack.
He's got most of the front end on his car.
I think, yeah, he's got mostly rear end damage. And
Larry Foyt,
14 car running 13th.
4 laps down. And Jeff Purvis leading this second pack, 4th, 5th, and 6th. Purvis, Parker, Fedowa.
And you got to think Purvis has got to feel pretty good about himself. You know, he won the race at Texas because his crew made a great call, and the rain came and he won that race. Today he misses that big wreck, and here he is running up there in 4th place.
Well, you've just seen all the cars that are running. Good battle up front, the front 3 spots, and a good battle for 7th between Casey Mears and C.W. Smith. Steve Burns.
Thanks, Mike. With Gary Cogswell, crew chief on the 36. We know you're working with the 37, Jeff Purvis, crew chief Terry Shirley. How about pit strategy? Will you guys work together there, Gary?
Yeah, we've talked about it extensively, and you know, our only chance to stay in a good position here is to pit when they do. So we're going to stop probably about lap 69, try to take just a pair of tires, get enough gas in it to finish the race.
All right, thanks, Gary.
Randy LaJoie comes back on the speedway. A among the cars damaged in that crash. Now 5 of them have returned to the race.
And Larry and Jeff too. I know you're going to talk about pit stops here in a second, but you can't just still take. You still got to be serious. I mean, these guys can't come in and say, well, there's only 3 of us racing for the win. You still got to get in, get out, do your work, and do a good job on pit road.
And Jeff, I think what's important is these different groups. You have to get with each other, and you have to go ahead and share information. What are you going to do? 2 tires or 4 tires? Because if one of you takes 2 tires and the other 2 takes 4, that's going to leave one out there hung out to dry, because his pit stop's going to be much quicker. I mean, here you see this group right here doing all kinds of deals. We're halfway, but these guys, everybody can do it on one stop, Jeff. As a matter of fact, it's just the fact of who's going to change 2, who's going to change 4.
You're exactly right, Larry. And what you got to worry about here is that everybody says, well, you know, why do you want to tell him the truth? Because as we saw earlier, the fact that Jeff Purvis got in front of Hank Parker and they picked themselves up about a half or 3/4 of a second, it's very crucial. We always talk about it on the speedways, is your dance partner. You've got to have a good dance partner if you want to win this race. And right now could be the difference of who's going to match up the best. Dick Berggren?
Well, Rick Gay, who is crew chief for Kenny Wallace, has just taken a walk down pit road, and he's got a dance card in his hand. And what he has found is that Stacy Compton is going to let Kenny know a lap before he will pit that indeed he will pit. The plan right now is go to lap 66, and those top 3 will come into pit. To Matt.
Dick, Steve Plattenberger just sent a crew member from the 59 down to the 57 team of Jason Keller to tell them they would like to pit around lap 64, the latest 65. But Plattenberger did not tell them whether it was going to be 4 tires, 2 tires, or no tires.
You don't see this anywhere in sport. Can you imagine the offense coordinator in an NFL game going over to the defense coordinator in his booth and says, all right, now on this next play, we're going to run around the right end. So would you guys all, just kind of stand out of the way so we can get by?
Well,
come on.
Yeah, but you got to remember something, Mike. These guys are running 180 mile an hour. So one of the things you don't want to do, if Stacy decided that I'm going to pit now, he's got to let those guys behind him know, even if it was all the cars were running, because they don't want to get run over from behind. And that's a problem you have here sometime. You dive off a pit road carrying 180 mile an hour speed down to 55.
But Darrell, if I'm one of these guys as crew chief right here, Stacy Compton, Jason Keller, Kenny Wallace, I'm going to play it safe. I'm going to give you 4 tires. I'm going to fill it up with fuel. Then I'm going to let these 3 guys go out there and shoot it out.
Yeah, this is a good day to have fun for these 3 guys. I mean, let's face it, the race is between these 3 guys. If they don't want to mess each other up. Let it come down to the last lap, and the best man wins.
And the reason you don't mind sharing that strategy is you must each of those 3 crew chiefs, you must each feel you've got the car to win.
Yeah, and they don't care, Mike. There could be 25 cars behind them. These are the 3 best cars. They got to race like they're only racing each other.